Hey, this is Matt Boggs, and today I want to talk to you about a secret to finding love in your life. And here's the secret. It's welcome the work. Now, what do I mean by that? There's a mindset that we can get in that actually tends to sabotage us when it comes to finding love. And that mindset, I see it a lot in individuals that I'm speaking to or coaching. And that's this mindset that love should be easy. Love should just fall in your lap. You should just be walking down the street one day and the person of your dreams walks up to you, says hi, and you exchange information, and then that's it. And then you're in the relationship that you love, and it should just be easy and feel easy, and that we shouldn't have to work at it. And that if we're actually working at love, it somehow means that we're not attractive. It somehow means that we're of lower value. It somehow means that it actually eats away at our self-esteem. And I want to challenge that mindset because it's very interesting. Anything great that you've achieved in your life, and I know you've achieved amazing levels of success in your life in all kinds of areas, from the ability to walk, you're a walker, you use the potty. I've got a 2-year-old daughter, right? She learned how to walk, now she's learning the potty. Those are massive accomplishments if you think about where you started, right? But the education that you have, the job that you have, the things that you have achieved that have been great. I bet you've had to work at those things. I bet you have set a goal and then you invested in that. Just consider your education for a moment. How much you studied. You showed up to class. You invested. If you went to college or beyond, you invested tens of thousands of dollars in a particular goal that you wanted for your life. Well, what's available to us is if we take that same level of focus and that same level of dedication and the same level of effort and energy and apply it to our love life, everything can shift. How do I know? Because I've been working with women over 10 years. And there are women that will come into my program. They've been single for years, for decades even, and they begin to apply these principles. They focus, they begin to do the work. They welcome that work, and everything begins to shift for themselves. So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, a woman who's dating, and she's telling me how she's doing the work and she's not getting the results that she wants immediately, and how she started to feel frustrated. And so I taught her a principle about how do you welcome the work? How do you transcend that feeling of frustration into motivation? And so I told her about a book called Man's Search for Meaning that was written by Viktor Frankl. And he was in the concentration camps in Nazi Germany. And he talked about the difference between those who survived and those who didn't. Now, this is a man his entire family was murdered. His wife was murdered. His children were murdered. He was the last one alive in his family. And he's a doctor, and he ended up writing his notes and turning his notes into a book, and he wrote it on toilet paper and hid it under one of the beds. And the Nazis found it, and they looked at it, and they burned it. And so he had to start over from scratch and wrote it again. And in this book, he describes those who survived versus those who didn't survive in two distinct mindsets. Those who didn't survive, and it wasn't just those who were killed, but those who didn't survive, he said, they weren't able to create any meaning out of the pain that they were in. Versus those who did survive attached meaning to the pain. And the meaning they gave it was that they were going to survive so that they could tell this story, so that other people would never have to go through the same level of suffering again. And they were going to survive for that purpose, for that goal in mind. And when they attached a meaning, then the pain that they were in took on a whole different experience. Because in life, you and I, we will experience pain, but suffering is optional. So what's the difference between pain and suffering? The difference is the meaning that we attach to the experience that we're in. So if you're putting work into something and you're not seeing the results immediately, what meaning are you willing to give that effort that can carry you forward and fuel your motivation? And so I worked with my friend on creating some meaning for herself that was going to really empower her. And she was describing how frustrating it was to sift through all the guys online. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when you go online and you sift through all the guys that you don't want online, the guys who are holding up fish in their profile photos, right? Or the guys who are just drinking beer and showcasing how much they can drink. Or the guys who are snuggling with their dog and making out with their dog, or the guy who has a giant beard, right? Or worse yet, the guy who is taking a shirtless selfie, right? It's just like, gosh, where's my man? And so what meaning can we give this exercise to actually make it mean something and to make it worth it? And so I told my friend, I said, imagine this. Imagine you are in the online dating jungle, right? And you're in this jungle. And what if it was your job to cut through this jungle and make it to the other side, because your man is on the other side. He's working towards you, and he is praying that you don't lose hope. He's praying that you keep moving forward, that you keep working towards him, that you're able to make it through the bad dates, that you're able to make it through the rejection so that you can find him and he can find you, knowing that every rejection you face, every bad date you go on, every moment you spend looking for each other, it's making you a better version of yourself. So that when you finally cut your way through this jungle and you finally meet each other, you are a better version of yourself than you are today. And that you're going to be the best partner you can be, because life is going to throw you some storms. And you're going to be stronger together because of the work, the conditioning that you did on yourselves so that you could meet each other. What if that was part of the meaning? That you could actually grow yourself, that you could become a stronger version of yourself. And my friend said, I love that idea. I'm going to take this on like I'm conditioning myself. I'm making myself stronger. And she said, I go to the gym and I know that when I work out, the moment my muscles start to grow or the moment that I start to feel the burn. And so she says, I'm taking this on as a way to improve myself, and I'm willing to welcome the work in the effort of meeting the man of my dreams to become the best version of myself. And I love this idea. And this is available for you and for me. That when we want something great in our life, let us work for it. Let us create it. And let us welcome that work, because it's reasons that precede results. And when you have the right reasons, you will fuel yourself to create some amazing results in your life. So let this be your year for love. This is your time. This is your moment. Take it on like you would take on any major goal in your life, and you're going to create something phenomenal. So I've got a question for you. What's a success that you've achieved in your life that you're proud of, that it actually took work to achieve this success? Go ahead and post a comment in the comment section below. It's actually a healthy thing when we recount our successes and the things that we're proud of. Go ahead and post that comment below. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, click subscribe, because each and every week we post a video that will empower you, inspire you, and help you expand the love in your life. And to serve you in understanding the hearts and minds of men, I've created a great free resource for you. I'll link it up in the video and in the description below. And it's a complimentary resource that will help you understand men in a much deeper way. Go ahead and grab that. It's a gift from me to you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.